Welcome everyone, my name is Linda. Tonight I'd like to talk to you about providing CPR training for new parents residing in the state of Florida. CPR is a technique that is used to bring back life to a person that is unconscious or has died from some sort of traumatic experience. CPR in short stands for cardiopulmonary resuscitation. According to the 2011 National Center of Injury Prevention, Florida presently has the highest mortality rate from drowning. A required CPR training could save many precious young lives. Here's a true story. On July 19, 1988, a beautiful 16-month-old girl opens up a sliding screen door, walks out onto the pool deck to reach for a floating beach ball, and she falls into the pool. Moments later, she is found lifeless and face up under a raft. Today, Doreen would be 25 years old and graduating from college. It is this tragedy and many, many more like this that I dedicate this presentation to the memory of my niece, Doreen Nicole, who died on Tuesday, March 26, 1991, at the very young age of 4 from a drowning. Parents and caretakers, will you know what to do if a tragedy such as this happens to your young child? Are you going to panic, or will you be prepared? Please, don't drown in your sorrows. Let's do something about this together now. The hope I have is to save precious young lives by strongly urging all of you to sign my petition, which will require Florida State Hospitals to provide CPR training and yearly recertification to all new parents. Although anyone can drown in depths of 2 inches of water and deeper, there are various types of drownings that claim many young lives. Pool suction drains, for starters, is now the leading cause of drownings. Pools at vacation resorts and residences have trapped, disemboweled, and claimed the lives of many toddlers and teenagers. Suction drains in pools can cause unexpected and horrific accidents. This powerful suction trap traps swimmers underwater by grabbing a hold of their hair and body parts, causing the victim to drown in spite of others' desperate efforts to pull them off of it. Here is 6-year-old Abigail Taylor, a talented swimmer. According to her parents at CBS Channel News, in 2007, Abby's intestines were sucked out of her body after sitting on this kiddie pool. This is 7-year-old Virginia Baker. She died in her mother's arms in 2002 after being trapped by a powerful suction of a spa drain. The suction power of these underwater drains is equal to hundreds of pounds of pressure. 4 grown adults were not able to free Virginia. That's how strong these suctions are. The Los Angeles Times on July 11th in 1992, 11-year-old Jacob Sawyer was revived by a friend of his mother who knew in an instant how to perform CPR. And according to Children's Safety Zone in July of 2001, a 14-year-old boy named Brent Holsworth was also revived after being submerged in a lake for over 2 minutes. And yet another child on August 12, 2011, a grandfather saves his grandson after drowning in a bucket. Beaches as well have claimed many young lives due to strong undertows, high waves, and lack of knowing how to swim well. Drownings are particularly common and occur in bathtubs, toilets, buckets, and even rain puddles. Drownings victims such as the ones that I've mentioned have been brought back from death because someone knew how to act swiftly and perform CPR. There are states in America, such as Florida, that have desirable weather all year round that attract lots of fun water activities. This poses a great threat amongst the lives of young children from toddlers to teenagers. States such as Hawaii, California, and Florida have the highest drowning fatalities. This bar graph represents the drowning deaths in Florida by age and location. Take notice of the high percentage of drownings that occur around swimming pools in open waters. A normal reaction to finding your child, grandchild, niece, or nephew in a life-or-death situation is to panic. This is why CPR is crucial. CPR techniques have shown a decrease of drowning deaths when performed correctly. Learning CPR has advantages. It empowers an individual to stay in control. It also teaches to perform CPR techniques without causing harm to a young victim. Now, recertifying yearly is essential because you never know when and where tragedy is lurking, and you will need to quickly utilize life-saving techniques. It will also ensure that methods used are up to date and not forgotten when the time comes. Many parents and caretakers of drowning victims have claimed they have forgotten how to perform CPR, either because these techniques aren't utilized often or they panic during a desperate moment. This prospective state policy will offer hope and arm families with strategies needed to save a young loved one's life. In addition, the cost of extended hospital stays, the use of life support, feeding and suctioning tubes, the maintenance and use of medical vehicles such as air rescue and ambulances used for transporting patients to trauma centers, and especially funeral costs will decrease. CPR has brought many lives back from death, even after being in water for over an hour. There is nothing more painfully devastating and heartbreaking than the loss of a child, especially from such a senseless and unintentional tragic accident such as drowning. Please, ladies and gentlemen, sign my petition that urges Florida State Hospitals to take a stand by offering free of charge to new parents CPR training and yearly recertification upon being discharged from the maternity floors with their infants. If one child can smile back after giving them a second chance at life, that child's smile is worth more than anything in this world. My niece Doreen is smiling right now. If she were here with us today, she would be honored and privileged to be a part of something that would help save many children's lives. Don't drown in your sorrows, please. Give back life to a young child by signing my petition. Thank you all very much and good night.